Hello friends, welcome back to our weekly updates and analysis session on banking and financial awareness. Here, in these updates, we are covering between 25th May to 31st May, so which will useful for your all upcoming banking and insurance related exams. So friends, if you're watching first time our channel, please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest notification to your mobile. If you already subscribe our channel, please like, share and comment on our videos. So let's start our session without further delay. Now the first question says, which financial institution launched Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandhan Yojana pension scheme? So here the answer is Life Insurance Corporation of India. So based on success and popularity of Varshita Pension Bima Yojana in 2003, so this scheme to protect mainly for elderly persons, so who are aged 60 years and above, so against a future fall in their interest income, so due to uncertain market conditions. So as also to provide social security during the old age. So it is decided to launch a simplified scheme for assured pension of 8%, that one called this Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandhan Yojana. So this Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandhan Yojana scheme being implemented through Life Insurance Corporation of India (LIC). So as per the scheme, on payment of an initial lump sum amount ranging from minimum purchase price of 1.5 lakh, 1,50,000 for a minimum pension of 1,000 rupees per month. So to a maximum purchase price, that is 7.5 lakh for a maximum pension of 5,000 per month. So subscribers, so who are taken this policy, will get an assured pension based on guaranteed rate of return 8% per annum, payable by monthly. So briefly, this scheme is for those who are above 60 years of age, and the tenure period for a policy is 10 years. So the policy sold in the first financial ending March 2021 will offer assured return of around 7%. So it will be between 7.5 to 8% per annum, will be paid monthly for a period of 10 years. So a senior citizen can withdraw minimum pension of 1,000 rupees per month depending on the amount invested in the scheme. So when it comes to the static part of this question, so present LIC headquarters, it is in Mumbai, and LIC chairperson name is M.R. Kumar. So here the answer is LIC. This is PM Vaya Vandhan Yojana. It is a pension scheme. Now we'll see the next question. Now second question says, according to SBI EcoRap report, so India's GDP, gross domestic product, is dash percent in the last quarter for the financial year 2020. So here the answer is 1.2%. So with the lockdown now being extended till June 30th, and simultaneously government providing some relaxations from April 20 onwards. So in these situations, this SBI has released the GDP, their forecasted GDP is around 1.2% in the last quarter for the financial year 2020. So as per the report, India's GDP is 4.2% for the financial year 2020. And for the financial year 2021, so the report revealed that it is a loss of 1.4 lakh crore during the last week of March. So the reason behind this reduction is that lockdown situation being faced by India due to COVID-19. So here the answer is 1.2%. According to SBI Eco report, the GDP product, gross domestic product, is 1.2% in the last quarter, that is quarter 4 for financial year 2020. So when it comes to starting part of this question, SBI Chairman Rajneesh Kumar, and headquarters of SBI is Mumbai. Now third question says, what is the name of the world's first contactless visitors management software? It's really interesting. So here the question we'll see once again, what is the name of the world's first contactless visitors management software? So here the answer is VAMS Safeguard, VAMS. So VAMS abbreviation, Visitor Authentication and Management System. So VAMS, it is a global which is startup in Mumbai, has developed the world's first contactless visitors management software that we are calling as VAMS Safeguard. So VAMS Safeguard checks the body temperature and scans faces with mask compliance and monitors social distancing in premises. So it is based on artificial intelligence technology. So the software takes the entry of visitors by following the testing standards for COVID-19. So this VAMS, so it is based on Mumbai based development startup company has implemented this type of software. It is a contactless visitors management software. So when it comes to static part of this question, the CEO of VAMS Global is Nikhil Kothari. Nikhil Kothari, it is Mumbai based startup company. Friends, you can follow our channel in social platforms like Telegram, Facebook and Instagram. These links I have provided in description section. Now the fourth question says, who inaugurated the Indian Dispute Resolution Center IDRC in New Delhi? So here the answer is A.K. Sikri. So A.K. Sikri is a former Supreme Court Justice. So he is inaugurated this Indian Dispute Resolution Center in New Delhi. Now we'll see what is Indian Dispute Resolution Center. So IDRC is a first of its kind of institution alternative dispute resolution center. So which will provide an offline and e-ADR facility through e-arbitration and e-mediation and e-conciliation software portal. So the software will provide e-filing of claim petitions, e-payments and e-insurance of e-notice to the party. So online payment of registration and administrative fees. So the software will also carry out virtual hearing process on certified VC platform. So the e-ADR also has a digital signature and document updating support, and submission of important documents will take place on IDRC cloud server with 24/7 access to stakeholders and lawyers. So the arbitration of panel includes former Supreme Court judges and judges of High Court and district courts and former bureaucrats. So here the answer is A.K. Sikri. So he is a Supreme Court Justice. When comes to static part of this question, so the IDRC Indian Dispute Resolution Center headquarters in New Delhi, and the present chairperson of IDRC is Meher S. Rathi. Meher S. Rathi. So he is chairperson of IDRC Indian Dispute Resolution Center. Now fifth question says, with whom Jaggle has partnered to develop an innovative payment solution for SMEs and startup? So the answer is Visa. First we will see Jaggle. So Jaggle, it is a fintech company. So Jaggle has partnered with payment technology solutions Visa to launch innovative payment solution for SMEs and startups. So the innovative payment solution will help small and medium enterprises and startups to enhance their productivity efficiency by providing fast finance operation facilities. So the main purpose of this is the fast finance operation facilities. So the two organizations, so this Jaggle and Visa, these two organizations will also work together to provide automated process and reduction in cost by focusing on easy and faster credit facility for SMEs and startups. Here it is the important point. So these two organizations also work together to provide automated process and reduction in cost by focusing on easy and faster credit facility for SMEs and startups. So the fast credit facility will be made available to SMEs and startups with the help of unique card, so which will have features of forex and prepaid and credit card options, so credit payment options. So this payment solution developed by two organizations will add over 600, it will cover under 600 SMEs in every month. It is really benefit for SMEs. So here the answer is Visa. Now we'll come to starting part of this question. The headquarters of Jaggle, it is Mumbai, and MD and CEO of Jaggle is Avinash Godkhindi. So his name is Avinash Godkhindi. Now welcome to the Visa. So obviously you might have known about Visa. It is international payment company. So headquarters of Visa, it is Foster City, California. So California is headquarters of Visa. The present chairman CEO of Visa, Alfred F. Kelly. So here the answer is Visa. So this Visa and Jaggle company both are partnered together to giving service to SMEs for easy and faster credit facilities. SMEs and startups also, startup companies also. So this will help to SMEs to develop faster productivity and efficiency by providing finance assistance. Here the answer is Visa. Now this question says, who has been appointed as World Bank's practice manager for climate change and disaster risk management for South Asia? So for South Asia. So here the answer is Abbas Jha. Abbas Jha, he is Indian economist. So he has been appointed as World Bank's practice manager for climate change and disaster risk management for South Asia. So in his capacity, so Jha will be responsible to nurture, lead, inspire, and position a team of highly qualified professionals. So to provide the best solution for South Asian countries for climate change and disaster risk management for South Asia. So when it comes to starting part of this question, so World Bank headquarters Washington DC, United States, and the present president of World Bank, David Malpass. Now we'll see next question. Now seventh question says, who acquired GIF database Jiffy? So here the answer is Facebook. So Facebook recently acquired this GIF database Jiffy. So Jiffy, it is an American online database company, database and search engine company. So this company allows users to search for and share short looping videos with no sound, so that resemble animated GIF files. So recently this Facebook acquired this Jiffy. It is almost, their deal was 400 million US dollars. So now we'll see what about GIF, GIF. So GIF, it stands for graphics interchange format. So it is an image file. So image file, it is commonly with extension of GIS. So it is like animated image file. You can call as a video file also, because it will be, it contains animation like video type, but it has no sound. So that we are calling as Jiffy. Usually we are sharing in social platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp and Instagram. You might have knowing these files. So it has no sounds. For putting comment, we usually the social platform users are commonly using this GIF file in comment section. So here the answer is Facebook. So when it comes to static part of this question, the headquarters of Facebook US, and the chairman of present chairman CEO of this Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg. Eighth question says, recently IRDAI has recommended an increase in protection against finances granted to the policyholders under trade credit insurance TCI from 85% to what percent? So here the answer 90%. So 85 to 90%. So Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India (IRDA) has recommended an increase in protection against finances granted to policyholders under trade credit insurance. So from 85% to 90%. So this recommendation has been made by committee consisting of 9 members expert panel, which was headed by Atul Sahai. So he is a new MD. Sorry, he is a new Indian Assurance Chairman. New India Assurance Chairman. His name is Atul Sahai. So he is head of this panel. So this committee proposed a protection against finances for MSMEs, so to be 95% in order to grant relief in the event of loss of situation. So other recommendations also included create a buyer default database with Insurance Information Bureau (IIB) in order to keep track on defaulters. Also RBI has been asked to recognize credit insurance products, so as risk mitigating tools for banks to make them eligible for capital relief. So here the answer is 90%. Now we'll see static part of this question. The headquarters of IRDA, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, IRDA headquarters in Telangana, that is Hyderabad. The present chairman of IRDA, Dr. Subhash Chandra Khuntia. Friends, I am providing these weekly updates from March month onwards. So any one of you missed our previous months or weeks updates on this bank and financial news, so you can reach playlist section and take weekly updates playlist. So there every week's banking and financial updates you could see. So you can pick and watch it if you are missed it. Now ninth question says, which vehicle manufacturer partnered with Cholamandalam Investment and Finance Company Limited (CIFCL) to launch Buy Now and Pay Later finance scheme? So here the answer is Maruti Suzuki India Limited. So this Maruti Suzuki India Limited has partnered with Cholamandalam Investment Company to launch Buy Now Pay Later finance scheme for its customers in order to make a purchase of its cars. So more financially convenient to buyers, purchasers. So the scheme has been launched because of the sharp declining in the sale of cars. So in lockdown situation caused due to this pandemic COVID-19, so car sales was declined like anything. So under this scheme, customers have the option to avail 60 days surcharge on their EMI. So this scheme applicable on selective models only. So here the answer is Maruti Suzuki India Limited. So when it comes to static part of this question, the Cholamandalam Investment and Finance Company Limited, the headquarters it is in Chennai. The present MD of this CIFCL, Arun Alagappan. When it comes to Maruti Suzuki, the headquarters of Maruti Suzuki India Limited is New Delhi, and the CEO and MD of this Maruti Suzuki India is Kenichi Ayukwa. So Kenichi Ayukwa is the present MD and CEO of Maruti Suzuki India Limited. Here the answer is Maruti Suzuki India Limited. Now next question says CBIC sanctioned GST refund claims of rupees 11,052 crores. The abbreviation of CBIC. So here the question is abbreviation of CBIC. CBIC abbreviation is Central Board of Indirect Taxes. So the CBIC, Central Board of Indirect Taxes, has sanctioned this rupees of 11,058 crores. This is GST refund claims. So in the last 47 days, so this step was taken to ensure liquidity of GST taxpayers by Finance Ministry. So all the pending GST and custom refunds. So all the pending GST and custom refunds will be issued. So benefiting around 1 lakh business entities, including MSMEs also. So here we will look into about CBIC. So CBIC means Central Board of Indirect Taxes. It is a nodal agency. It is responsible for administering the customs, GST, central excise and service tax and narcotics in India. So when it comes to static part of this question, CBIC, Central Board of Indirect Tax Headquarters, New Delhi. Present chairperson of this CBIC, Mr. Ajit Kumar. So he is 1984 IRS officer. He is hailing from Kozhikode, Kerala. So when it comes to the indirect taxes, so what are the indirect taxes? Means sales tax, excise duty, VAT, service tax, entertainment tax, and custom duty. So these are all comes under indirect taxes. So here the answer is CBIC means Central Board of Indirect Taxes. The headquarters of CBIC is in New Delhi. And the present chairperson of CBIC, Mr. Ajit Kumar. So here CBIC sanctioned this GST refund claims around 11,052 crore rupees. Now 11th question says who appointed as national president of FICCI FLO? So FICCI FLO. FLO abbreviation is it is a Federation of Ladies Organization. So it is FICCI means Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. For that ladies organization also is there. So for that who is appointed as a new president? So here Jahnavi Phukan. So she is the new president of FICCI FLO. So Jahnavi Phukan has appointed as the national president, 37th president of this FICCI, Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry ladies organization. So she took over from our outgoing national president Harjinder Kaur Talwar. So she has taken this from Harjinder Kaur Talwar. So FICCI represents over 8,000 women entrepreneurs and professionals across 17 chapters nationally and works aggressively towards promoting economic empowerment and equal opportunity for women. So for that this FICCI FLO is working. So new appointment of this national president for FICCI FLO, Jahnavi Phukan. Now 12th question says who is MD and CEO of Suryodaya Small Finance Bank Limited? So here the answer is Mr. Bhaskar Babu Ramachandran. Suryodaya Small Finance Bank, it is headquarters in Mumbai. So it is a new age bank that went live on January 23rd, 2017. So it has started on 2017. So this bank endeavor is to bring the best banking solution to the banked and unbanked and underbanked sections of the society. So also power package solutions are designed to offer the choicest of benefits to suit different financial needs. So the headquarters of this small finance bank is Mumbai, and the present MD and CEO of this small finance bank is Bhaskar Babu. So that small finance bank name is Suryodaya. Now what is the name of the calling application launched by Facebook? So recently Facebook launched one calling application. So that application name is Catch Up. So CatchUp, it is a calling application launched by our Facebook. With the help of this application, user will be able to indicate the availability to talk and call other user vice versa in order to develop call coordination time between the callers. So this is calling application CatchUp. So when starting part of this question, headquarters of Facebook, California, US, and CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. Here the answer is CatchUp. It was launched by Facebook. Friends, I am providing these weekly updates from March month onwards. So any one of you missed our previous months or weeks updates on this bank and financial news, so you can reach playlist section and take weekly updates playlist. So there every week's banking and financial updates you could see. So you can pick and watch it if you are missed it. Now we'll move on to the next question. Which organization has launched WhatsApp chatbot? So here the answer is Reliance Industries Limited has launched this WhatsApp chatbot. So it is launched by RIL. This has been launched address right issue queries of its 2.6 million shareholders on offering. So it has been developed by Geo Haptic Technologies. So Geo having haptic technologies company. So this company is developed this WhatsApp chatbot application. So to reach their shareholders, to address their shareholders queries, they are telling around 2.6 million shareholders are engaged with their companies. So Reliance Industries Limited. So for them it has started, that name is WhatsApp chatbot. It has started by Reliance Industries. 15th question says, with whom Airtel Payment Bank has partnered to offer payment solution for Indian farmers and SMEs? We'll read question once again. With whom Airtel Payment Bank has partnered to offer payment solution for Indian farmers and SMEs? So here the answer is MasterCard. So Airtel Payment Bank has partnered with MasterCard to develop special type of payment solution for Indian farmers and small and micro and enterprises. So this special type of payment solution will be contactless payment. So via NFC, near field communications, credit facilities, and other banking services also they are providing. So the partnership will be beneficial to around 4 crore customers of Airtel Payment Bank. It is a really good initiative for Indian farmers and SMEs. So when it comes to starting part of this question, the headquarters of Airtel Payment Bank, it is New Delhi. Present MD and CEO of this Airtel Payment Bank, Anubhadra Biswas. Now when it comes to the MasterCard, so MasterCard headquarters New York, USA, and president and CEO of MasterCard, Ajay Pal Singh Banga. So here the answer is MasterCard. So MasterCard has partnered with Airtel Payment Bank to offering payment solution for Indian farmers and SMEs. Now next question says, name of an artificial intelligence based chatbot which has been launched by the National Payment Corporation of India. So NPIC. Name of an artificial intelligence based chatbot. So here the answer is Pi, P-A-I. So it is an artificial intelligence based chatbot. It has been launched by NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India. So this chatbot has been rolled out to create awareness among NPS products such as FASTag, RuPay, UPI on real-time basis. So these hence improving the digital finance inclusion in India. So further, this NPA has launched this type of chatbot. So the chatbot Pi has been developed by Bangalore-based startup company. It is CoreOver Private Limited. So this chatbot was developed by Bangalore-based one startup company. So that name is CoreOver Private Limited. So when it comes to the starting part of this question, which is important to competitive exams. So first we will see that this Bangalore-based startup company's founder name. So is Ankush Sabharwal. This CoreOver Private Limited startup company's MD and CEO. And when it comes to the NPC MD and CEO, Dilip Asbe. Now this virtual assistant, this artificial intelligence virtual assistant Pi is available around the clock and helping users with access to accurate information on NPCI products. NPCI products are FASTag, RuPay, UPI. All these are NPCI products. So customer can ask their queries in English and Hindi via text or voice on the website of NPCS, RuPay or UPI. On any platform, a customer can ask their queries regarding these products. So here the answer is PAI. So it is an artificial intelligence based chatbot application. Now next question says SEBI chairman, Security and Exchange Board of India. So the chairman name is Ajay Tyagi. So headquarters of SEBI Mumbai. Why this question came into picture is recently this National Highway Authority of India NHA has been penalized with amount of 7 lakh by SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India. SEBI has imposed a penalty on this National Highway Authority of India for delaying in disclosing half yearly financial results. So between financial year 2016 to 2019. So those 3 years they didn't disclose their half yearly. They disclosed, but they delayed. So delayed of disclosing for financial results. So SEBI has imposed around 7 lakh rupees. So this penalty has been imposed on basis of SEBI's listing obligation and disclosure norms. So LODR. So SEBI can impose under these norms LODR, listing obligation and disclosure norms. So according to which half yearly results have to be filled within 45 days from the end of the half year. So every time after end of the half yearly, within 45 days they have to submit half yearly reports to the SEBI. But for the 2016 to 2019 time, this NHA, National Highways Authority of India, has delayed their submitting of their half yearly reports to SEBI. So that's why SEBI has imposed 7 lakhs rupees amount penalized on NHA, National Highway Authority of India. Now next question says, which e-commerce company signed memorandum of understanding with Karnataka Mango Board to support mango farmers? So it is really interesting. So which e-commerce company has signed with Karnataka government Mango Board to support mango farmers? So here the answer is Flipkart. Of course, Flipkart, it is a Bangalore-based startup. Not only now it is established, so it is good, biggest e-commerce company in India. So India is leading a web-based business commercial center. Flipkart has signed a memorandum of understanding with Karnataka State Mango Department and Marketing Corporation. So to empower mango farmers to sell their produce online. So this association will give farmers the genuinely necessary market access to shoppers and making a potential income stream during these testing times of coronavirus. So it is a really good initiative by these both entities. So when it comes to the starting part of this question, Flipkart established in 2007. The headquarters of Flipkart, of course, in Bangalore, and the present CEO of Flipkart, Kalyan Krishnamurthy. So Flipkart has signed memorandum of understanding MOU with Karnataka government Mango Board to support mango farmers. Now next question says, who becomes the new CMD of Oriental Insurance Company? OICL. So it is one of the public sector insurance company. So present CEO of this Oriental Insurance Company is Srimati S.N. Rajeshwari. So New India Insurance General Manager S.N. Rajeshwari, she has been selected as Chairman MD of Oriental Insurance Company. So earlier she was GM of NIA, so NIAL, New India Insurance Limited. Now she has been promoted to CMD of this Oriental Insurance Company. These postings are decided by Bank Board Bureau, BBB. So she will replace A.V. Girijakumar, who retiring this month and after reaching 60. So Bank Board Bureau had conducted virtual interviews over 5 senior general managers of the public sector general insurance industry. So with 2 years of residual services until May 2022, so to select a CMD of OICL. So here the new CMD of OICL is Srimati S.N. Rajeshwari. So when it comes to when it comes to static part of this question, the headquarters of Oriental Insurance Company New Delhi, it was established in the year of 1947. That was about static part of this question. The new CMD of Oriental Insurance Company is S.N. Rajeshwari. Our next question says, Government of India has announced to withdraw scheme from 28th of May 2020 due to declining interest rates. So the scheme name was, so it is very short. In short we can say, so recently government has withdrawn one scheme, government scheme, which is related to interest rates. So due to COVID-19, the interest rates declining day by day. So RBI also changing their monetary policy. So they're changing repo rates and reverse repo rate. So due to that, interest rates are coming down. So which scheme has withdrawn by Government of India recently? Oh, it is RBI bond or gold Government of India bonds. So the government has announced to withdraw these RBI bonds, so that we usually will call as Government of India bonds. So this scheme from 28th May 2020 due to declining interest rates. So this scheme also known as 7.75% savings bond scheme. So it was the scheme has launched in 2018, so which is mostly subscribed by retail investors. So looking for safety of principal and regular income. Uh, and that time many investors are subscribed to this bond schemes. Now government is going to withdraw this scheme. So these bonds are not available for NRIs also. So these are issued at per rupees 100 with minimum amount of 1000 that time. So they are repayable at 7 years from the issue date with the tax on bonds interest. So now due to declining interest rates, now government has decided to withdraw this RBI bond or Government of India bonds. So both are same name for this scheme. So now Government of India going to withdraw this scheme. So these bonds are not available for NRS. These bonds are not, will not be available in further. Now next question says, who is the new vice president of New Development Bank? So here the new vice president. So his name is Mr. Anil Kishore. So recently New Development Bank appointed Macros Chogi of Brazil as the new president and Mr. Anil Kumar from India as the new vice president. So when it comes to starting part of this question, the headquarters of New Development Bank, it is Shanghai in China. So recently FM attended a special board of governors meeting of New Development Bank through video conference. So New Development Bank in a short span has approved around 55 projects of total outlay, which is equal to $16 billion. Also COVID-19 emergency program loan products also they has been discussed in those meeting. So for that it has came into the news about New Development Bank. So here the new vice president from India, his name is Mr. Anil Kishore. Now next question says, who is the Union Minister chaired 22nd meeting of Financial Stability and Development Council FSDC? So here the answer is our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. So she has chaired 22nd meeting of Financial Stability and Development Council. So this meeting focuses on current global, domestic and macroeconomic situations, financial stability, financial institutions, capital flows, etc. So it also reviewed various measures so being taken by government and RBI during this COVID-19 pandemic situations. So this meeting was chaired by our Nirmala Sitharaman, Finance Minister. This meeting was 22nd meeting. So Financial Stability and Development Council. So when it comes to starting part of this question, of course FSDC head always will be Finance Minister. And compositions are RBI governors and chairpersons of SEBI. Also IRDA, PFRDA and other finance ministry officials also. Now we'll see next question on the screen. Who has been launched the facility for instant allotment of e-PAN on real-time basis? So recently government has taken new initiative, is really good for citizens, so for getting PAN easily. So here the answer is Nirmala Sitharaman, Finance Minister of India, has been launched this facility for our Indian citizens for getting PAN on real-time basis. This facility is available for those who possess a valid Aadhaar number with a registered mobile number. So for getting PAN, Aadhaar number should link it with mobile number. So it will issue electronic paperless PAN free of cost. So the instant PAN applications must visit e-filing website of IT department incometaxindia.gov.in. So and should provide Aadhaar number along with OTP. So a 15-digit acknowledgement number will be generated, and after successful allotment can download e-PAN from that website. So this facility has launched by our FM Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Now the last question in session says names of 5G club of 10 democracies. So recently the British government has approached US with prospect of creating 5G club of 10 democracies, so including India. due to growing security concerns related to Chinese telecom giants Huawei. So for that, the club will be named as a D10 and it will include G7 countries. G7 countries already you might have known, UK, US, Italy, Germany, France, Japan and Canada. So along with Australia, South Korea and India also, they framed one D10 democracies. So D10, the club name is D10. So it is framed to create alternative supplies of 5G equipment and other technologies to avoid relying on China. So the main purpose of this 10D, see this 10 democracies is to create alternative suppliers of 5G equipment and other technologies to avoid relying on China. So recently due to COVID-19, so China blamed like anything from all over the world. So due to that, these countries have taken a step for alternative solution to equipment of 5G. So that's why this D10 countries framed for 5G club. So here the answer is the club will be named as a D10 and it will include G7 countries. So those are UK, US, Italy, Germany, France, Japan and Canada along with Australia, South Korea and India. So all together they are framing 5G equipment technologies. Friends, that was about weekly updates from 11th May to 24th May. So if you like this video, please like, comment and share. If you're not yet subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates to your mobile whenever we upload new video. So thanks for watching. Jai Hind.